this video I want to make the Pear Cam for our automata project, and we're told that we want to make this cam right here. So let's go ahead and make it. So the way we're going to make it is with a large circle down here of radius 2.5, which corresponds to the with a diameter of 2.5, which corresponds to a radius of 1.25. And then we'll have the circle above it of diameter 0.5, which corresponds to a radius of 1/4, and then we'll separate it by 1.25, and so on. So let's start. Put a sketch on the front plane and put our circle here, radius 2.5. We'll put another circle directly above, a radius 0.5. And then the distance between the centers of the circle is 1.25. 1.25 right there. And now what we want to do is put a line right here to here. Let's do these one at a time. This Onshape can be fussy in how we do this. So we're putting this line here, and we're going to make a geometric constraint so that the line is tangent to those circles, and then we'll trim away the stuff we don't want, which is right there in terms of what's outside the circles. Let's do the other one now, the other side. So we'll again draw a line, and then we'll use the tangent constraint to go here and here, and then here and here. And zoom up. Let's get rid of the stuff on that sticks out. Okay. So we've got the inside, it's all gray, that's good. Now we could extrude this, I think, without having to do these next steps, but let's just do it for it looks nicer. So we're going to trim away all the interior extraneous lines, and sometimes Onshape complains if we don't do these in the right order, but it looks like I got it this time. So it's all black, that's important. Alright, let's put the hole in the center. So that's our pear. This is going to be, the hole diameter is 0.25, and I think that's all I need right there. But actually, what we're told to do here is to, let's come over here. At this point, we're told to delete these diameter drawings, measurements. So click, right click, delete sketch. And then redimension it so that we get a radius instead of a diameter. So looks like it's easier to make when we use diameters and circles, but when we're talking about it, we want to talk in terms of the radii of the arcs. So let's change it that way. Alright, I think we're ready to extrude. So extrude this way, and we'll make this 0.25. And Shift 7. And P to get rid of the planes, Shift 7 again, and that looks correct. Okay. Now we're told that we want to use variables so that we can potentially change this thing quickly. So we're going to define variables: large radius, small radius, height, etc. So we're going to come up here, variable large radius, and that's going to be 1.25, I think. Is that right? Yeah. So we'll take that. Small radius is 0.25. Yep, and then let's do the height. Height, 1.25. And hole diameter, 0.25. Finally, thickness, thickness, 0.25. Alright. Now we can't really use these variables until we have them above the sketch we're going to use them in the feature list. So I'm going to drag them up like that, and then I'm also going to hit folder and put in and name it variables while I have those variables selected, and it'll nicely stuff them into a nice folder. Okay, now that I've got these variables, I'm going to double click on the sketch, and I'm going to replace these numerical values with their variables. So this one I'm going to change to large radius. This one I'm going to change to small radius. This one I'm going to change to height. HEI, there it is. That should say GHT. Let me go back and fix that. So I'll accept that. And then I'm going to edit this one and call this HEIGHT. Yeah, okay. I'll go back into the sketch here, and now I can change this with the right spelling, HEIGHT. And here, no, this one is going to be the hole diameter. And I think I've got them all done, so I'll accept that. And then I'll go into the extrude and change the depth to thickness. So at this point, I really haven't done anything other than maybe allow me to more easily change some of the individual dimensions. For example, say I wanted the hole diameter to be twice as big. If I can click it right there, 0.5, enter, and then accept it. And you can see it's much bigger. But I could have easily done that by going into the sketch and changing it. So it's unclear how useful that actually is, but in the next video, when we talk about configurations, we're going to use these variables to help us figure out a way to change our Pear Cam in shape and size a little bit so that we can tailor it to our needs. So we'll do that in the next video.